Carol, I just met a girl named Carol, and suddenly I see. Well, anyway, I'm a theater person. Carol Reese is beyond the valley of cool, way beyond 818, way beyond Palmdale. The woman, the myth, the legend. I'll never forget when I first met her. She entered the parking lot and she was wearing a big orange thing and she had heels. And she was walking right toward me. And she called me Armand. Now most people call me Armand, like I own a Pet Boys in Glendale. But she called me Armand. She said, Armand, I want to talk to you. So I followed her over the darkest shadows of the Angels parking lot. And she said, I was just in New York and I saw this off-Broadway play. I mean, really off-Broadway. It was like two actors that got a siesta rate in a motel in Queens. And we pushed aside beds and put up about 10 folding chairs. And they did this play. And this actor was so sublime, but he was so fucked up. And I totally thought of you. Really, Carol, thank you. So, do you have a script? I need to get one. We're going to do this play. But she was so... can I see a show of hands of just her family? I mean, you guys, the total family of cool. Carol Reese, I mean, when I look at the Company of Angels, I think of the quintessential origins of the Company of Angels, which I can compare to the group theater that Lee Strasberg, Harold Klarman, and Cheryl Crawford created back in the 1930s, and all went up to a farmhouse in Connecticut and wanted to do really true theater. They had all, at the time in New York City, everything was big dance numbers, vaudeville, lots of laughing, but there was a Russian theater group that came to New York City and they did real living room drama with real life problems. And all of a sudden these New York actors said, holy shit, this is theater. These are people talking about what life is all about. So they formed a theater group and moved up to Connecticut and rented out a farmhouse and they just started writing plays. And it was like a commune of theater. And I can only say that that's very much what the Company of Angels is all about. I mean, how many other theater companies in Los Angeles can have a reunion like this? We're in the company of one. There's nobody else out there. You guys are all drama warriors. I love and respect everybody in this room because you articulate the range of humanity doing theater. And that's what theater is all about. And getting back to Carol, Carol was an absolute, as far as I'm concerned, zenith of cool. And then of course I grouped together with Bridget, not Bridget, Judith.
Bridget.
She looks great, with a surfboard.
Gidget.
Yes. But it's so funny because it was just like, if a leprechaun put me in a ring and they said, do you want to fight Mike Tyson? Or I'm looking over at the corner and I'm looking at Carol Reese and Judith Bridges, I'll say, yeah, I'll take Tyson because those two bitches are gonna fuck me up. And of course, Judith and Carol Reese were the Thelma and Louise of the Company of Angels. They would be frequently driving around in their convertible, Thunderbird up and down Vine. And I actually personally saw a nickel-plated revolver in their glove box. But needless to say, Carol Reese personified the selfless spirit of the theater, and she was such an air traffic controller of fantastic drama. She was always seeking out new pieces to do with the theater, you know, and so many other theater companies, they want to do The Music Man or Fiddler on the Roof or South Pacific, you know. Carol would show up and she said, I just saw this play, a couple of Jewish guys in South Brooklyn. It's called Mazel Tov, y'all. Really? Well, let's read it. But I got to admit, hats off to Carol Reese. Honestly, there are so few warriors left that really personify the quintessential elements of theater and what theater is all about. And I was thinking of an old joke. There's this, the human cannonball for the Russian circus, Vladimir Boom, finally retires after 35 years of being the human cannonball in the Russian circus. And Sergei, the ringmaster, comes over to Vladimir, and he says, Vladimir, we're really going to miss you. How can we ever find another man of your caliber? Ba-dum-boom.
Oh!
How are we ever going to find another woman of Carol Reese's caliber? It's going to be difficult. Hopefully you're out there somewhere.
Aww.
Hey.